David Smith here with another Flip Classroom math video. A few tips before we start. Remember that you can slow down or speed up the playback if that helps you follow along. You can also pause the video at any point to catch up with your notes or to try the problems before I explain them. Finally, you could turn on the captions and read my words below on the bottom of your screen. This lesson covers integration with sine and cosine. Our current chapter is just more calculus, so we just spent a few lessons doing different kinds of derivation. Now we're going to do a little bit with integration. And it follows that we're going to do sine and cosine because we just did derivatives of sine and cosine. So before we get started, just remember that the integral should do the opposite of what the derivative did. So we're going to see that pattern right here. So check this out. The integral of sine x dx is minus cosine x plus c. We're back in that zone. These are indefinite integrals. We don't have any range for our integration, so we have to remember to throw that plus c on there. And here's how you can see that. If I take the derivative of minus cosine x, I get positive sine x. So that's the integral of sine x dx. Now cosine x, really similar. If you remember how you get cosine when you take a derivative, that's that you take a derivative of sine. Then when you take the integral of cosine, you get back to sine plus c. So here's the two fundamental rules. No surprises there. They make total sense once you've done derivatives of sine and cosine. Now, when we get a little bit more complicated, where we have an ax plus b inside the parentheses of the sine or the cosine function, the rule gets a little bit more difficult, but not by much, and this should look familiar to other rules that we've used. So if I'm taking the integral of sine x plus b, then I do 1 over a, the a that's in there, times the derivative, so sine is cosine, and I keep my ax plus b. This is sort of chain rule-y feeling. And then my negative comes from that negative there. So it's negative 1 over a cosine ax plus b plus c. Check this one out. Cosine, same thing. If you understand this pattern, you could write this next rule. So cosine of ax plus b dx is just 1 over a. It's not negative because cosine gives you a positive sign, so we need to bring a negative down. So 1 over a sine ax plus b plus c. And there I did 4 integrals, and I did not forget my plus c for any of them. So basically, we're going to do problems with these types of rules, and then we're going to throw a few other things in there to complexify it. But basically, these are the rules for this lesson. Okay, let's do a couple problems. First one, the integral of 2 cosine x dx. Now, pause the video and go ahead and give that one a shot. Okay, check this out. Always make your integration simpler. I have a constant times my function, 2 times cosine x. Constants just come out of the integral sign. So now I have 2 times cosine x dx. And I know from before, and actually I put all those rules up here for our reference. So basically, I'm doing the integral of cosine x, so that's sine x. So I have my 2 from out here, so it's just 2 sine x. Pretty simple. Okay, let's make it a little bit more complicated. Find the integral of sine of 3x minus 5 dx. Pause the video, use your rule, and do just that. Did you catch my mistake from last time? Plus c. Forgot that. Maybe you didn't. Hopefully you didn't. If you did, then we both made the same mistake. Did not forget it. This time, there's my plus c. So let's take a look. Sine of 3x minus 5. I'm just using my rule here with my sine ax plus b. So I took my a and brought it outside, changed it. So I have 1 over 3, negative 1 over 3. Cosine, that's the derivative of sine, 3x minus 5. So that is good enough. I like my fractions more compact. So I just put my 3 underneath and did minus cosine 3x minus 5 over 3, and then of course plus c. Okay, a little more challenging, not by much, but let's do a couple more problems. I'd like to see you take the integral of 4 times cosine of 4x dx. Pause the video, apply your rules, get your integral, and come right back. Don't forget your c. Okay, let's see how you did. So I like to take my constant out. So now I have 4 times the integral of cosine 4x. The cosine 4x, my 4 is the a in the ax plus b on the inside. So that comes out and goes underneath. So I have my 4 from the outside times 1/4 from that times sine of 4x, because sine is the integral of cosine. So now I have 4 times 1/4 sine 4x. Now these cancel each other out, and I just have sine of 4x plus c. Woo! Okay, now this one's got a few more steps to it. I want you to find the integral of 2x to the third minus 3 sine of 3x. Go ahead and pause the video and do that one. Okay, so to start this off, actually first to realize I can just integrate this one and integrate that one. And you'll notice I forgot my dx out here. So I should have said integral of this dx. But no worries, we can do this math. So I have my two terms. So I can basically just integrate each term separately. So my 2x to the third is going to be 2 over 3 plus 1 times x to the 3 plus 1 power, and that reduces out to be x to the fourth over 2. So that's my first term. My second term, I'm going to bring my minus 3 out of the integral, so I'm just going to leave it there and take the integral of the inside, which is going to be 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3 cosine, because I'm starting with sine, and then I keep the inside for my cosine, so that's 3x plus c. Simplifying that one down, I'm just going to get, I have minus 3 times minus 1/3. That just goes to 1. So I have cosine 3x plus c, plus c. Okay, let's do one more and then I'm going to let you go. So here's the integral. 6 sine 3x plus 4 minus 18x squared dx. Now there's some nice shortcuts to take in the beginning that will help make this one a little bit easier. So go ahead, pause the video and see how far you can get. Okay, I took it a couple steps for you. Notice this. I have a common factor in both of these terms in my integral. So I can factor that out. There's a 6 in here and there's a 6 in there. So I did 6 times sine of 3x plus 4 minus 3x squared. That's factoring out the 6. And then since this is a constant times everything I'm integrating, take that out of the integral. So now I have 6 times the integral of sine 3x plus 4 minus 3x squared. There's a dx there, and I really do need to put those parentheses on that term. So if you haven't finished this out, go ahead, pause the video and finish this out. Okay, let's bring this on home. Now I can take my integrals of these two terms inside, and I get for that one, I get minus 1/3 cosine of 3x plus 4, and for this one, I get minus x to the third. That's using the reverse power rule on that term. It gets me there, minus x to the third. Multiply my 6 back in, and I get minus 2 cosine 3x plus 4 minus 6x to the third plus c. Now, I realize that factoring out that 6 and then multiplying it back in, probably didn't need to do that. I just thought this would be an interesting twist for a problem, but I think you could just simply integrate both of these and move on, and maybe be one less step because we factored out and we multiplied back in, so that tends to suggest that maybe I didn't need to take that step. Now that you've finished, write down any questions so you can bring them to our next class and get some help. Remember that you can always watch the video again to improve your understanding. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button down below, and if you'd like to help me grow my YouTube channel, please click subscribe.